The Washington Post has made a surprising suggestion. Donald Trump deserves no presidential library. I could list the reasons why, or you could just look them up in Trump's presidential library. But oh wait, no library. But it's just another example of the Great Erase. Before, they used to rewrite history, but that meant having to learn it first, and learning hurts. So now they just eliminate it, which saves time. You don't have to burn books if you torch the whole library. Of course, this idea proves that if anyone needs a library, it's Trump, because no recent president has been more picked apart, which continues a month after he left office. Trump is a word in the headlines of most mainstream papers every single day. That's because obsessions are hard to quit. And so the library should really be about them, the dying media class. You could have an entire wing devoted to the collusion hoax.
This guy Kalimnik keeps turning up again and again. Konstantin Kalimnik. He's still Russian military intelligence. Giant aluminum smelters. He started sleeping at his smelters. Tick, 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 tick. Boom. Started ticking again. Tick, 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 tick.
Those were the days. And remember the impeachment obsession?
This is the most important day in the Trump presidency because this is the day that Donald Trump officially became a marked man forever.
Wow. Nancy Pelosi earned that wow just moments after ushering Donald John Trump into the history books.
Our country in our time. It is Wednesday, the 18th of December in the year 2019, and President Donald Trump is impeached.
And who could forget the Kavanaugh hearing?
Before I saw this stuff, I'm like, oh, come on, what could be in this guy's yearbook? Like, little nonsense? This is sick stuff.
They're protecting a man who is probably guilty.
That's why they call people functioning alcoholics. I'm not saying that he was, but there is that term. There are functioning addicts.
Amazing. We could add another floor just on the threats made towards the president and his supporters, being half the country. Call it the Kathy Griffin Annex of Derangement. And another floor just on CNN's media malpractice, with a dunking booth for a robot, Jim Acosta. Or get the real one. He might be free, and he loves getting dunked on. Point is, if we can't rely on the people we rely on now, like, say, Jim Acosta, to give the news straight, what happens when they get older and dumber? Soon they'll be saying Biden birthed these amazing vaccines, as well as those Middle East peace agreements. Anyway, Trump's library could be the greatest library ever, perhaps with a 3D hologram of Trump personally giving you a tour. And of course, there will be books, thousands of books. They will all be the art of the deal, but what do you expect? All right, Jesse, a little exercise for your brain. Not that you could use it. What should be in the library? What do you think should be in the library?
Well, my sources have leaked the blueprint, and you're pretty on track, Gutfeld. There is actually a witch hunt wing, which features the highly conflicted Robert Mueller and his 13 band of angry Democrats. There's a fake news wing, which features a cutout of Jim Acosta and a laundry list of all the fake news with a real-time Hannity fact check beside it. There's also a Trump rally wing where you, along with other visitors, could go and experience what it's like to be inside a Trump rally, chanting "Lock her up" along with the rest of the visitors and watching a hologram of Trump dance the YMCA. There's a very stable genius wing where you can look at all of his accomplishments, domestic and foreign. Of course, you have the social media wing where you can see every single tweet the president has ever tweeted, and there is no censorship. The dunk tank is actually in the basement, Greg. That's going to have Jeff Sessions, not Jim Acosta. So it will be modern-day presidential library, and people will line up just like a rally around the block.
That's actually a better library than I had imagined. That has to happen. Dana, you are a museum freak. I'm sure you've been to just about every presidential museum. I've been to like 3 of them with you. So
that's true.
How do you see this museum in your head?
Well, I hadn't really thought about it that much. I imagine it will be big. It'll be the biggest ever.
Yes.
Like no one will have ever seen anything like it in the world. It would be, you know, the Putin video of his palace that has 100 million views. There'll be nothing like this library. It will be bigger and bolder and the best library the world has ever seen.
Katie, you know, there's a Democrat-sponsored bill to prevent any public building, including a bench, to be named after Trump, which seems kind of unifying. They also want to strip him of his pension, which is also unifying, I guess, given the fact that he didn't even take his paycheck. Why is the Trump derangement syndrome still ongoing after he's gone?
I mean, I think that's a question for the people with TDS, but I want to get in on what is in the museum thing. So the red Diet Coke button would be a good one.
Yes.
And the letters from Kim Jong, the big letters from Kim Jong-un. So you would put them in a room with no photos, so people have to come see them in person, but you can't take a picture of what was the contents of those letters. But to go back to your first question, Greg, about the Trump derangement syndrome, you know, when they talk about how Trump shouldn't have a library, the way that they'll do this is they won't just write it in the Washington Post. They will then seek out all of the construction companies and all of the architects who dare to say that they're going to work on the project, and then they'll boycott them, and then they'll try to get rid of all their other contracts that they have in whatever, you know, probably in Florida, where the state or where this library
and
would
the gold
be built,
suppliers
and the donors and everyone and the gold suppliers. So, you know, that's how they'll go about this, but unfortunately.
All right, Donna, let's say the five was going on a field trip to the Donald Trump Museum. Would you go and would you enjoy yourself?
Only if there's a bar in the basement would I even show up. But honestly, it will be a big skyscraper somewhere with the lounge or the lobby being the insurrectionist hall. So there you have it.
All right. Ahead, Saturday Night Live, avoiding Biden jokes like the plague after 4 years of trashing Trump.